then you know that Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Tea Time with Ayak. We don't always drink tea, but honey, we spill tea. And today we're spilling tea. Ow, dang. And we're drinking tea, but it's really hot. So today I'm going to tell you 4 ways to make money here in Nigeria. So I have not necessarily shared this with you guys before, but a lot of the tips I give for moving back to Nigeria are lessons I learned the hard way when I first moved back. So all of these 4 ideas or 4 tips that I'm giving you, I didn't know them when I first came here. Honey, some of these things I was yesterday years old when I found out about them. So let's get right to it. So first and foremost, you can consider opening and running a business, or working a full-time job. Now, keep in mind, most of the time for most industries, in year 1, you might not be able to pay yourself. You may just be able to pay your staff, but you never know. Nothing is impossible. Now, even with a full-time job, you might be working like 80,000 hours and not making 80,000 naira a month. That's just the reality of the situation. So it depends on the industry you're in, or the industry you're working in as a full-time staff member, or what industry you want to run your business, or what industry you want your business to be in. So this is the thing. A lot of people, a lot of my friends who have full-time jobs, they also run businesses. A lot of people who have businesses also work full-time jobs. So that's kind of like interchangeable. I would honestly recommend both if possible. So let's go to number 2. So I told you I was yesterday years old when I found out, okay, maybe last week years old, when I found about something very interesting, specifically for investments. So let me just give like some background on the whole investment thing. Investment, essentially, you're just putting your money into something that you're sure you're going to get returns on, or there's a high likelihood that you'll get returns on. It can be a business, it can be an initiative, it can be a project. You're just putting money into that, certain money aside. So here, a lot of people do agriculture. They invest in agriculture. And the interesting thing about the way agriculture is going here in Nigeria is you don't have to own a farm. You just have to invest in a crop, and you get a return on your investment, and of course your investment at the end of the farming cycle. I'm going to put links to that below if that's what you'd be interested in. Another example of investment would be investing in stocks. There's a site called wealth.ng. I just found out about it last week, Thursday, guys. You're able to buy stocks on the site. You're also able to buy treasury bills. I think the minimum is 10,000 naira. So I'm going to put that down below as well. They have stocks for as low as 30 naira. So even if you only have 2,000 naira to put aside to invest, just give it a try. Other investments would be things like Uber. If you decide you don't want to be an Uber driver, because doing Uber is a full-time job. But if you decide that you'd want to get some extra money through Uber, if you have a car, or your family member, a friend has a car and they need someone to drive it and put it on Uber, every week you'd get a certain amount of money from how much they make during the week. So that's a good way to get a good extra 35,000 naira every week. So there are also joint ventures. Of course, that's very, similar to investments, right? It'd be you and someone coming together, you and people coming together to put money together to start a business, start an initiative. Uber is an example of that. So you may decide you want to work with 2 other people to put money together and get a car. Someone drives it, you split the money, that kind of thing. Sorry, I had to take a tea break. There's the hair industry here. There's bags, there's personal shopping, there's tech. I know a lot of people do joint ventures with IT. If you're a web developer, they're production companies. They work together to produce content and work with brands and things like that, or film movies or film TV shows. Last but not least of all of these, is an absolute necessity. You need some sort of side hustle. So that can be consulting, that can be content writing, that can be web developing, that can be cleaning, that can be cooking, that can be closet organizing, personal shopping, editing, filming, sweeping, baking, anything that for sure will give you an extra income. And it can also be something you see yourself doing if you decide to sell your business, or you decide to work full-time somewhere else. side hustle, having a side hustle is a must. And I think that's like for anywhere, but especially here. And I would say in a place like Lagos, it's not hard to find a side hustle. I mean, we're in the hustle capital of the world, honestly. Coming up with an idea of a side hustle isn't hard, but of course you're gonna have to hustle or put some work in to to get clients and things like that. But it's one of those things that once you start, you won't stop. Okay guys, so I hope you found this video helpful and insightful. I hope you give some of these things a try. And also, by the way, I'm at this place called the George Lagos. It's a hotel in Ikoyi. It's fancy, okay? So if you know that you'd want to come to a place like this on a regular basis, which I can't, that's why I ordered tea and not a meal. But if you see yourself ordering a meal in a place like this, then yeah, you might want to use some of my tips to your benefit. So I'm going to put links and stuff down below for you to check out all of the sites that I talked about, or if I can't find this site, I'll put the Instagram. Thank you so much for watching once again, and I will see you next time. And guys, if you haven't subscribed, I'm in a better mood, so I'm ready to fight. I have energy to fight today if you don't subscribe.